Good morning, students. Our today's topic is electric power. In the previous videos, we've discussed about electric current, voltage, resistances, their combinations, and the home appliances and domestic circuits. The another one relevant term is an electric power. An electric power may be defined as the amount of electric energy consumed by any electric device per unit time. The electric power is represented by a letter P. So, according to the definition, power may be equal to electric energy consumed per unit time. Okay, as the energy consumed by any electric device may be converted into the work done by the device, so power P may be equal to E, or we can say W, that is the work done by the electrical device per unit time T. Okay, now as energy or work having unit joule and the SI unit of time is the same, that is second, so the SI units of powers are joule per second, or it is also known as watt. Okay, so from this definition we can also define the SI unit of power, that is watt. So what is 1 watt? 1 watt. Now from this expression we say power is said to be 1 watt if 1 joule of energy is consumed in 1 second. So power of any device is said to be 1 watt if device consume 1 joule of energy, basically electric energy, in 1 second. Okay, now as it is clear that 1 joule per second is 1 watt, so 1 joule is very small amount of energy, and hence watt is also a smaller unit of the energy. So there are some bigger unit there, and these units are 1 kilowatt, that must be equal to 1000 watt. As we know that 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram, that is why in the similar way 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt. The another one unit is 1 megawatt. Mega means million, that is 10 power 6 watt. Next one is 1 gigawatt, that is 10 power 9 watt. So these all are the bigger unit of the power. One other commercial unit which can be used in devices, or we can say when we deals with the machines, the one unit of power is 1 horsepower, represented by HP. Horsepower is equal to 746 watt. So this is all about the units of electric power. Now from the definition, the power may be represented in terms of voltage, current, resistances, etc. etc. And these relations are as follows. As we know that P is equal to energy, or we can say work done per unit time. Now, using the relation of work done, as we know that potential is equal to work done per unit charge. So from here, work done is equal to Q into V. So putting here, we get Q into V divided by T. Also, it must be equal to V into this Q by T. We know that the charge flowing per unit time is equal to current. Okay, so using the value of Q by T is I. So here we get I. So we can say power may be equal to the product of voltage and current flowing through the circuit. Say it is equation first. In the another way, we know that using Ohm's law, we know that V is equal to IR. So using the value of V in equation 1, we get P, which is equal to V is equal to IR. So we take I into R here and multiply with R. So it becomes P is equal to I into I square R. So this is another form of power in terms of current and resistance. Say it is equation second. In the similar way, we know that V is equal to IR. So from here, I must be equal to V upon R, again from Ohm's law, and using this value either in equation 1 or in equation 2. So now if we using this value in equation 2, we get P is equal to I square. I means V by R. So V square by R square into R. Now R is cancelled out and we are remaining with P is equal to V square upon R. So this is the third relation of power in terms of voltage and current. So all these are the relations which are used to solve the numerical problems in this topics. Okay, so we can say these are three relations, and if energy is directly given, then we can use this relation to calculate the power. It is also known that, also observe that when there are a lot of devices having power, say P1, P2, P3, like this, there are certain devices up so on. When these devices are connected in series or parallel combinations, then what is the net effective power of the circuit? So consider, say in first case, if these devices are connected in series, then the net power must be equal to, or we can say the reciprocal of power, or we can say effective power must be equal to the reciprocal of the power of first device plus reciprocal of the power of second device plus reciprocal of the power of third device, up to so on. So we can say the reciprocal of the effective power must be equal to the sum of the reciprocal of the individual power of the devices. Similarly, in parallel combination, the net effective power must be equal to the sum of the power of individual device, that is PS must be equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3 up to so on. So we can also use this relation for the numerical purposes. Okay, so that's all about electric power. Thank you very much.